So, anytime I see someone who's very successful, especially famous, like they're in a supreme leadership position, I always automatically assume that there is a fire sign placement that's prominent in their chart, or a lot of fire houses in their chart, such as 1st house of Aries, 5th house of Leo, 9th house of Sagittarius, or just a lot of fire sign placements in their chart, regarding people who earn things for themselves primarily or mostly or completely, and if someone is anything else. Regarding their astrology, I automatically am left to assume that they were handed their success, period. But when I look at her chart overview at her big three or holy trifecta as I call it, I'm very nonplussed, very unimpressed. This is accurate information because she's a public figure. If she is falsifying documents, while it's possible, it's irrelevant because we don't know that. Anyway, she, quite honestly, has a lot of weak shit in her chart. Sun in Libra weak. Rising Gemini? Pfft, very weak. Midheaven Pisces? Irrelevant when it comes to what I'm looking for, which is, how did your personality and mentality contribute to your success, since these should really be 90% of your success if not 100. The only time I've seen people with Sun in Libra or prominent Libra or 7th house placements who are uber successful in anything, is if they have a significant fire placement or a protective figure, period. It's just not a Libra thing to do, to be a charismatic, energetic, honest, proactive leader. Those are for fire signs, period. Don't yell at me, yell at the sky. Anyway, so I realize I'll have to take a gander down further at her birth chart. So, yeah, sure, she has Moon in Aries, but that's kind of weak. Everyone will have a moon placement, and everyone's moon placement will directly affect their immediate personality and emotions, so that doesn't impress me. I don't care about her emotions. So now I have to move on from her simple aspects to more complex ones. We're going in, folks. So the first thing that I want to look at is her ascendant. Her ascendant is weak, so we're gonna move on to her east point. The east point is just an extra description of what the ascendant is, but it's also Gemini, so I'm not interested. Then, I look at her first fire sign in Aries, which is pretty empty. What I did here was, I added other aspects of her chart to fully display more information, and then I just redrew it, and it's gonna be even more complex for anyone who's not used to this, but it just added a lot of other supplementary aspects and placements that I really like to look at with everyone, even myself, in their charts. And so, I'm looking at her Aries. It's still nothing there. The moon in Aries is really not complemented or accentuated by anything. It's just hanging out by itself, so it's pretty whack. It just means she might have intense emotions or an attitude problem. So I go over to her Leo. There's really nothing there either except Mars, and Mars in Leo could be really great, but, and I'm probably saying or reading something here while I was recording, which is why I haven't opened up that description yet. But Mars in Leo with her placement in the 3rd house is pretty irrelevant because it's compromised now. That 3rd house energy makes her kind of flip-floppy. She never really knows what she wants to do, or her Mars Leo becomes manipulative instead of just a straight shooter charismatic type of energy, and it says a lot of weak things anyway, you know. It literally says she has weak character, so that means people will probably find her, in combination with the rest of her chart and how she looks, they'll probably find her charming or sweet or sincere or innocent, and this might mean she could get away with doing a lot of horrible things. And also this means that she's not as smart as she thinks she is, or that she's not as smart as other people think. And so I added all those other aspects to give a list of really in-depth interpretations, but I don't need to look at that because I already found what I needed to find before I even did this video, which is why I made the video. So look at her Sagittarius for the final fire sign, the final possible plausible explanation there could be for her success and history-making fame, and there's a lot going on with additional placements in her Sagittarius. I went looking for her Lilith, because it's a very powerful placement and it involves pretty much your worst vice. And it says here immediately, boom. This is really all I needed to see. This is why I needed to look at her chart with the big question, how did this lady get to be a presidential candidate? Who the fuck is she? So, it says, the monkey rides a wolf making funny faces at a tiger crawling behind them. So, that pretty much means the subject is the monkey. The placement is about the primary subject, and so it means that Kamala is the subject, riding a wolf, someone bigger, badder or scarier than her, with a whole pack. She's probably in the big scary pack or she is protected by one, and you know she's in a pretty popular sorority, but she's also been riding Biden and he could be a wolf. And then it says, she will be making funny faces at a tiger, so that pretty much means that the monkey and a tiger don't compare. The tiger works hard, the tiger is scary, regal, fierce, the tiger is tough, noble, strong, the tiger is almost as powerful as a lion. Even if you watch wild cat roaring videos, which I do, the tiger is the best roar. The monkeys are winning because its kind of powerful friend, the wolf, takes on the tiger. It doesn't say the wolf wins either. It just says the monkey finds it funny succeeding by proxy from riding the wolf while someone better trails behind to whatever fate of either of them. So the wolf could be Biden, Trump or just a better candidate who would deserve a win is the tiger, and Kamala, well, is the monkey. And do you notice how she makes these faces she's known for? Those meme-worthy smiles? That's probably because she really needs to laugh out loud and be goofy and make fun of people due to this placement. When you see that meme of her laughing with her sister so boisterously, that might be how she really is. Yet when she addresses the country, we get this dainty, pursed smile like she's sucked a lemon. It's this haughty pursed smile, partly because she has that rising sign Gemini which aids her in naturally switching her personality at her convenience. So those funny faces she makes is her holding in the huge laughter she wants to burst out doing in happiness that she really is here, at a presidential debate, running for president now. She finds it funny that she has overstepped people who work hard. She's just using people bigger than her for her baseless ambitions. One might say, more power to her. But it is unfortunate that she really is no different than Trump but acts like she is just because of her appearance compared to his. To elaborate, people mocked Trump for being a celebrity first, politician second. Yet, what's worse is becoming a politician just to become a celebrity. It says right here, is she using her attributes for the betterment of her country, which is a big question for a presidential candidate or an elected official who enforces law, protects borders and civilians, correct? Or, is she just doing this for her own selfish interests? So period point blank, she wants to use being an elected official to get what she's getting, money, popularity, and high titles. It's not like this is a secret. It's just an explanation that confirms the suspicion millions of people have. It's right here, public info.
Bye.